Yes, indeed. Charges against Mluleki Ndobe, the Gwala District Municipality Mayor, have been provisionally withdrawn by the state, whom were just never ready to proceed with their case, saying that they were waiting for some evidence to come through today, and that evidence came through and it was never forthright. I'm going to ask my colleague, because his vehicle is just pulling off. Now you can see him in this particular vehicle. Here he is. I'm not even going to try and speak to him, but you can see him going off. He seemed very angry when he spoke to us, saying that he's received a lot of support from the ANC's National Executive Committee members and some ANC PEC members in the province. They've supported him throughout this entire ordeal that he has been through, but the charges were indeed provisionally withdrawn, with the state saying that should some new evidence come through for them, they may proceed with the case and re-arrest him and recharge him rather there. But he seemed rather glad that the charges were dropped, and saying that this is a political conspiracy against him and he does not know why this has happened, and he will continue to engage with the ANC's leadership on the way forward, consult them, tell them what is thoroughly happening and see where the matter goes, but also saying that he may convene a press conference with his legal team or with the ANC to ventilate his side of the story.
Now, he did mention there that he has got support in the PEC and in the NEC. Does this in any way point to some sort of factionalism at play here?
Well, in politics, particularly when you've got list conferences coming up and deployments, those issues of factionalism will always be there and will always be at play. But to what extent do they go down and do they go to, one may never know. But it does certainly seem like there are politics at play within politics here. You've got the you've got the ANC's list processes that are done. You've got deployments that are coming up. You've got Mluleki Ndobe sitting at number 3 on the ANC's deployment to the legislature, province to province, which effectively means he may be in the running for an MEC position. And interestingly, with Michael Mabuya Kulu having pulled out of the ANC's legislature list, effectively no longer being an MP and no longer eligible to becoming an MEC, it does throw a spanner in the works for the name of Mluleki Ndobe to come up. You'd remember that the ANC has to submit, the ANC in the province has to submit 3 names to the National Executive Committee of the ANC for the premiership of the position. You've got the names of Gwala, the provincial chairperson, being branded around as the possible premier of the province. He's been acting on a number of occasions as the acting premier of the province. You've got the MEC of Kokta, Nomusa Ndobe, who's also been thrown in the mix. And then you had the dark horse within that particular race, which was Mluleki Ndobe, who before this particular allegation or charge of murder and attempted murder, which has now been dropped, he was seen as the dark horse between this particular race to become the premier of the province.
Samgile Maseko on the ground in Umzimkhulu there, and talking to him about that breaking story, which is charges have been provisionally withdrawn against the Gwala District Municipality Mayor Mluleki Ndobe.